is about to begin. Graduates and guests, please find your seats.
Dean Marichek, the convocation is formed.
Good morning. Honored graduates, proud parents and families, distinguished faculty, alumni, and friends, welcome to the College of Natural Sciences 2025 graduation celebration. Please be seated. My name is Andreas Madashek, and I'm the Interim Dean of the College of Natural Sciences. CNS graduates, I'm thrilled to be here to celebrate you all today. I commend you for having earned a degree in natural sciences from the University of Texas in Austin. This really is a significant achievement, right? Having reached this milestone at a prestigious university in our demanding disciplines means that you have pushed yourself to expand your knowledge, your skills, your abilities in countless ways. Now, it's also an occasion for joy and great pride for your family and friends. And many of them are here with us in person or online. And as we celebrate you, we also celebrate the people who have accompanied you along your journey with guidance and encouragement, love and support. So graduates, please join me in thanking your family and friends with a standing ovation. What a wonderful occasion. Thank you. Please be seated. So our entire college celebrates you graduates today, and so members of our exceptional faculty are here in support, and I'll introduce them to you. And as I call the name of college leaders and faculty, I'll ask that you stand up and rise and remain standing. So from the college, we have Michael Drew, Dean of Undergraduate Education. Tapera Holman, Assistant Dean for Community and Student Engagement. Aniki Chai, Assistant Dean for Student Advising and Support. And they will assist in the recognition of the graduates later in the ceremony. And they'll be helped by Francisca Thompson, the Program Manager for Advising and Student Services, and Karen Gomez, Student Program Coordinator. And I don't see you now, but I'm sure you're somewhere here. Good. Now, representing the departments in biological sciences with us today are Janice Fisher, Director of the Biology Instructional Program. We have Dave Canatella, Chair of Integrative Biology, Ed Buskey, Chair of Marine Science, Jeff Gross, Chair of Molecular Biosciences, and Bob Messing, Chair of Neuroscience. Please be seated. Thank you. I also want to thank our faculty floor marshals who led today's processions. I'll ask that you remain standing until all of you are introduced. So our mace bearers are Ruth Buskirk and Ruth Shear. And additional marshals are Nigel Atkinson, Norma Fowler, Greg Linder, and Jen Moon. Thank you, and please be seated. A select set of particularly accomplished graduates were invited to join us here on stage, and these are our Dean's Honored Graduates, nominated by faculty for their excellence in a variety of majors. So they are honored for their outstanding achievements in academic areas, in research, in leadership and service. Dean's Honored Graduates, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. So dedicated staff and faculty have worked with our graduates over the years, and faculty members have joined us on stage. We appreciate you and your commitment and creativity and excellence in teaching and mentoring these graduates. Will our faculty please stand and be recognized? Thank you all for being here. You may be seated. And finally, I want to acknowledge another set of special graduates, our graduates of distinction, who are listed in the program. You were all nominated by faculty and staff and peers because you have done notable work in research, in entrepreneurship, leadership, service, community engagement. So these distinguished graduates are wearing pins reflecting their distinction. So graduates of distinction, will you please stand up and be recognized? Thank you. And please be seated again. So graduates and families, as you know, the United States leads the globe with its track record for innovation and economic growth. And as a German, I can say that without sounding too braggy. And the reason I mention it is that the reason for this leadership is, in large part, you, all of you here, through your commitment in pursuing discoveries, in challenging yourselves, to taking risks, of course, all based on rational analysis, informed by your education, and guided by compassion and optimism. So this combination of scientific pursuit and personal edification is what we strive for in the college, right? And it then enters the larger world through you, our graduates. And in reaching today's milestone, you are a testament to the power of science and learning. Economic booms, technological advances, medical progress, all stem from science and learning, of course. And just as you have benefited in untold ways from your time here in the college at UT, it now becomes your challenge to make sure that society will benefit from what you have learned here in the college. And from this kernel of knowledge planted here at UT, progress takes root. Now, we're living in an amazing era, made possible by people who were curious about nature and passionate about discovery, just like all of you. And these earlier generations helped to double the average person's lifespan in the United States over the last century. That's really a crazy thing if you think about it, right? And they conducted research that led to the development of technologies like the GPS that probably brought you here to the Moody Center today, and to the batteries in your smartphones that are now so powerful that you can watch videos through a whole day of lectures. And as you now enter your next chapter in your new communities, your future employers and collaborators and friends and partners and spouses will value what you have learned here. You learned how to think and how to tackle problems, how to work with others to accomplish big things. And whether in classes, in research labs, through work experiences, or through your student activities, you help to produce the seeds of knowledge that will continue to grow. And this is what society needs in abundance. How will you change the world in the next phase of your lives? Well, perhaps you will strive to lift up others by helping them see the wonders of science and technology. Recognizing the beauty of science and learning deepens our experience of life. And when you hold respect for discovery, you live up to the legacy of a Texas scientist. Now, many of you will go on to work with other people to discover new knowledge, to find cures for diseases, build innovations and technology. Others will support people through work in medical professions, or in schools, in small businesses, large corporations, in public service, and many other settings. And when you join others in advancing the fruits of science and learning, you live the legacy of a Texas scientist. Now, whichever path your life will take, you will find a way to show the world what it means to be a College of Natural Science graduate, and proudly so. Your achievement already stands on its own, and your impact will be amplified by the broad community that you're a part of. Texas scientists already have brought life-changing innovations. Immunotherapy research that fights cancer, new and effective vaccines, AI advances in earthquake predictions, major innovations for robotics companies, and so many other new inventions. And they are also public voices for science. And as you now turn your focus to changing the world, you will find your own ways to live up to the legacy of a Texas scientist. Your experiences, learning and living science at this great institution will go with you. They will be part of the legacy that you take into the world. So, On behalf of the faculty and staff, congratulations on becoming a graduate of the College of Natural Sciences at the University of Texas at Austin. We're proud of you. And it is now my great particular pleasure to introduce our distinguished commencement speaker, Amir Hussain. Amir is a serial entrepreneur, a veteran AI technologist, an author, and a distinguished alumnus of the College of Natural Sciences. He's the founder of Spark Cognition. That's an award-winning AI company based here in Austin. And he's the recipient of Austin's Top Entrepreneur Award. As an avid inventor, he has been awarded more than 30 patents, co-founded companies in defense technology, and served on the board of many innovative companies. He's also served the NATO's Innovation Advisory Board and been featured in international and national media outlets. He's the author of several books, including the best-selling book, The Sentient Machine. Please join me in welcoming Amir Hussain.
Dean Matuszek, esteemed faculty, proud parents, families, friends, the graduating class of 2025, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for giving me the honor of speaking with you today. You know, I had to think very long and hard about this speech. I want this speech to be useful to you. I see and work with a lot of young people, and the majority of you may now be starting your practical life. So you are in that same position. So I wanted to share with you some lessons I've learned through life, and in some sense, the advice I would give my own children, one of whom, by the way, is in this audience today as a member of the graduating class of 2025. Thank you. And while it is true that I don't know most of you personally, I care deeply about each of you. You are Longhorns. You are young people from a community I call my own. You are the future of my city, of my country, of my world. So please know, I could not possibly care more about you. And it is in that spirit that I want to have a real heart-to-heart with you. The first thing that I want to tell you is that each of us, and collectively every generation, is dealt a hand. You cannot change the cards in your hand, but you can choose how to play them. If you were the graduating class of 1936, you would have seen a world sliding into war. Fascism was rising in Europe, and within 3 years, the deadliest conflict in human history would begin. If you were the graduating class of 1963, you would have seen a young president gunned down in Dallas, the beginning of a long war in Vietnam, and a nation wrestling with civil rights and its very soul. But you are the graduating class of 2025, and you've been told about the environmental catastrophe that awaits us. You see the division within our country. You hear that half of Republicans and Democrats don't want their kids to marry someone who is not, like them, a Republican or a Democrat. You were told that when your parents were graduating, they could get a job and buy a house within a year, that they could afford a car, and that you will have difficulty doing that. I want to tell you that these things, much like many complex social truths, are true only in degree. Social truths are not true in the sense that 2 + 2 is 4. They have nuance to them. Yes, it is true that houses are less affordable, but it's also true that the average house in the 1950s was 900 square feet, and it's almost 3 times as large today in our country. Look at a pickup truck from the 1950s and an F-150 today, and one is twice the size of the other. So why am I telling you this? Because I want you to understand that there is complexity to narrative, and you can make a story around one way or another. What's important is what you take from the story. Is it that you can't afford a house? Or is it that you can if you redefine what it is for you? And this brings me to my second point that I want to make to you. You are the person who will shape your own life. No one else can impact or change your life for better or worse to the extent you can. Years ago, I hired psychologists to come and study why certain people who worked in my company were successful and others, unfortunately, were not. The biggest reason they found was that the people who struggled were always looking for something external to pin the blame on. Those who were winners would shape their success and their failure as a function of what they themselves did. The psychologists told me that this idea is known as locus of control. Keep it focused on what you can do. When I came to UT Austin in 1996, it was a different time. I had come here from my native Lahore, Pakistan, and I didn't know a soul in Texas. The internet was barely there, and cell phones, particularly for a student, weren't a thing. It took me days to find a place to stay, weeks to get my social security number, and even more days to actually get a phone installed. When I came here on TWA Airlines, which has thankfully gone out of business, and I'll tell you in a moment why I'm happy about that, TWA lost my bags. So I had traveler's checks, which are, for the younger in the audience, caveman-era prepaid checks. And I had 2 shirts, 2 trousers, and a pair of shoes, knowing no one in Texas. The airline didn't find my bags for 3 months and refused to pay me in the meanwhile. In the first week I was here, I got robbed in my apartment on 29.5 Street. The next morning, I was utterly defeated. I was broken. I walked to that payphone opposite the Jack in the Box at the corner of the Drag and 26th Street, and I called my mother. My mother. The operator told me that it would take $18 to make that international phone call. So I got 72 quarters, and I put them in one by one in this payphone. And then, after some time, I heard my mother's voice on the other end. I had been dying to hear hers. She very lovingly and enthusiastically said, "How are you? Is everything well? Are you happy?" And for a moment, I just wanted to break down and just tell her everything. That I was miserable, that I'd been robbed, that I wanted nothing more than to be rescued from this place. But then in that moment, a voice in my head said to me, "So what can she do? She's at the other end of the world. You'll have to deal with this in this moment on your own. In any case, you'll just worry her, toughen up, get through it." And so I did. I lied to my mother and told her I was very well. I was incredibly happy. But you know what happened then? That lie became the truth. Over time, things got better. I found a better place to stay. A year or 2 went by, and I met Zabe, who was to become my lovely wife here on campus. I devoted myself to my field of study. I fell in love with the PCL and discovered ancient Persian manuscripts of poetry that kept me enthralled for hours. I met some of the most beautiful human beings I have known in my life, my professors, my friends at UT Austin. So this brings me to the third thing I wanted to tell you. Sometimes life brings you to the verge of breaking down, the very edge. And the easiest thing to do is to give in. But even in that moment, there are 2 choices. and it is in your power to make the considered choice. Sometimes the greatest difficulty lies not in what comes after the decision to persevere, but the very moment of that decision. Persevere. There are three things that carry you through life, so cling to those. Each of you may define these as you wish and as you see fit, but human beings are born into this world with a natural need for these. Collectively, they serve as one's compass. These three things are faith, family, purpose. Perhaps your definition of faith is faith in a higher power, perhaps it is faith in humanity, perhaps it is faith that good triumphs over evil in the fullness of time, perhaps it is all of them. But that is what illuminates your life when you are alone. Because if you have faith, you are never alone. Family. Whether the parents that raised you, the siblings you grew up with, or the family you added along the way, the human beings in your life who matter most, these are the people with whom every endeavor becomes sweeter, in whose gaze every accomplishment becomes meaningful, and in whose appreciation your efforts find validation. Purpose, a higher calling, something beyond your person, something larger than you, something that links you in the chain of human experience and accomplishment as an arrow that points in the direction of progress, not as a point untethered to anything but itself, but as an important station in a larger celestial journey. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? The eradication of pain, the ending of disease, the spreading of the wealth of knowledge, the protection of the weak? You are more than you can possibly comprehend if you infuse your life with purpose. Look, what comes next will not be easy, because what comes next is life. It will be challenging, but also full of opportunity. Never forget that you are the actor. At times, life will happen to you, but most of the time, you are the one that needs to drive it, shape it, make something better of it. You are the actor. You are the author of the future. You are the helper of those in need. You are the key to your own self-improvement. You are our best hope. You are my best hope. Good luck and hook'em.
Thank you very much, Amir. I'm Michael Drew, and I am pleased to be able to introduce our next speaker, Dean's Honored Graduate, Lars Dutz, who is graduating with a BS from the Neuroscience Honors Program and a distinction in research. Lars participated in the Dean Scholars Honors Program and conducted research in the lab of Daniel Dickinson, faculty in our Department of Molecular Biosciences. He studied proteins that drive cell asymmetry during embryonic development and used single molecule microscopy to study protein interactions. He is the recipient of the George H. Mitchell Award and served as president of Synapse, the neuroscience student organization. In the fall, Lars will begin an MD PhD at Johns Hopkins University. Please join me in welcoming Lars.
Thank you, Dr. Drew, for that kind introduction and for the opportunity to speak today. Before I begin, I'd like to thank those that made this day possible for all of us. First of all, to the faculty and staff of this incredible university who have challenged us to think deeper, question more, and grow beyond what we thought possible, we thank you. To our families and loved ones, mothers, fathers, grandparents, siblings, friends, who stood beside us during the hardest moments and cheered us on through the best, we thank you. And to the class of 2025, our lab partners, study buddies, roommates, group chat philosophers, and Canvas post procrastinators, we've made it. Together. It feels surreal to be standing here today after 4 years of lectures, labs, parking tickets, and trying to register for classes on a website designed 20 years ago. We're here. We did it. And yet when I look back, it's not the grades I remember most. It's the small moments, like the momentary decisions we each made to improve the world around us. One of those moments for me came during my sophomore year. I was sitting in a tiny classroom late at night with the other officers of Synapse, UT's undergraduate neuroscience organization. We were talking about research when someone pointed out a problem. There weren't enough spaces for undergrads to share their work. So, we built one. That late night conversation turned into UT's first undergraduate neuroscience conference, an event that's still running and growing today. But what stuck with me wasn't the event itself. It was the feeling. That moment of realization that we didn't need to wait for someone else to make things better. We could start, we could build. The lesson I learned was this: we are not bound by the structures we inherit, but by the ones we choose to build. And class of 2025, we've built a heck of a lot. Some of what we've built is visible, but the things I'm proudest of don't show up on a resume, nor did they make the weekly newsletter. We juggled side jobs, cared for loved ones, and still managed to turn in assignments right at 11:59. We've created inclusive spaces. We've collaborated, protested, advocated, and even made group chats work, even though I was that person with the Android. I'm sorry, that alone deserves a diploma, honestly. We hit late night lifts at Greg because sometimes the only way to solve life's problems is with squats and a playlist called Midterm Rage. We spoke up when silence would have been easier. We took care of one another, even when we were running on Red Bull and 5 hours of sleep. That strength, that quiet, persistent moment to care for others, now that is what building community looks like, and that's what we did for each other. By the end of my freshman year, I was in disarray. I had spent months in the lab without any meaningful progress. Then I bombed a final exam that felt like it had erased everything I had worked so hard to achieve. For the first time, I couldn't see a path forward. But my friend Senna noticed. She didn't try to give me advice or to fix anything. She just took me out for coffee, sat with me, and made sure I knew I wasn't facing it alone. That moment, her simply showing up, meant far more to me than any success I had been chasing. We graduate into a world where certainty is in short supply, where science, the engine of discovery, the engine of hope, is under attack. For me, it's personal. I lost my grandmother to cancer. She was a school teacher in the Netherlands. She was fierce, but man, she was full of love. After my parents moved me and my sisters to America, she flew across the ocean again and again to be there for us, even until the very end. Research could have given us more time, another visit, another summer, Time for another hug. That's why the attack on science isn't theoretical to me. It's because I know what is at stake. And as someone pursuing a career as a physician-scientist, I've come to believe this deeply. Investing in science is how I honor the family I've lost and how I fight for the lives still unfolding. And although I think these times can feel overwhelming, we've learned something important. We've learned that change doesn't always start at the top. It starts with people like us, sitting in classrooms in late-night student org meetings, asking, what if we did something about this? From that question, from that shared courage, we build. We build strength. We build unity. We build momentum. We build something that doesn't just spark change, but sustains it across years, across generations. Because we choose again and again to make a better world for everyone, and especially for those who need it. And no, we don't leave today with everything figured out. And that's okay. It's okay not to know exactly the next step, the next job, the next city. Because what matters isn't about having a perfect plan. It's about having the courage to keep building, to keep asking sharper questions about the world around us, and to keep fighting for what matters. And along the way, we found something even more important. The people who have helped us become braver, kinder, and maybe a little bit more okay with uncertainty. And now, we get to keep building new places, new communities, and new ideas, both here in Texas and around the world. So, class of 2025, we built all this. Now let's build a future together. Hook 'em!
All right. Thank you very much, Lars. So we will now recognize our degree candidates. Dr. Drew, Dr. Hallman, Ms. Chai, will you assist in the recognition of the candidates as they walk across the stage?
Okay, before we begin, just a reminder that photography today is provided by Flash Photography, and information on how to purchase photos can be found in the digital 2025 program. You can visit the college website, cns.utexas.edu, and you can also find links to the program on the college social media channels. As a reminder, the university-wide commencement ceremony, which honors graduates from across degree-granting colleges and schools, will take place tonight at 7 p.m. at Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium. Guests do not need a ticket to attend. Please note that a clear bag policy is in place for this event. More information about this and prohibited items like strollers and umbrellas can be found on the commencement website. Graduates who wish to sit on the field in graduate seating must have a ticket. All graduates received an email with a link to these tickets, and the link is also available on the commencement website. Graduates, when you arrive at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium, enter through the loading dock on San Jacinto Boulevard. Regalia should be carried into the building, not worn. Volunteers will greet you and assist with seating for the ceremony. We are eager to celebrate everyone and stay on schedule. During this part of the ceremony, you might get a glimpse of a special guest here to help us recognize a member of our Texas science community who has a lot of school spirit. For all of our graduates, you can help us by keeping things moving. And guests, we ask you to please refrain from disruption level noise, celebration noise, until after everyone's names have been read for that degree category. That way, no one misses hearing a name and everyone gets cheered. All right, Here we go.
And now announcing the graduates in medical laboratory science. Estrella Ariel Pennywell. Ting Ray Lin. Lance Dimakulangan Bolasti. Neha Nafisa Nur Sieda. Abigail Mondragon Jaramillo. Patricia Liana Jimenez. Nihan Win. Ashley Automako. Evelyn May Zimmerman. Michelle Wynn. Darlena Fan. Sophia Yvonne Desjardins Martinez. Meredith Anderson. Alexa Grace Rocha. Lance Joshua Arbilo. Joson Tangmo Fasa. Panisara Sutapong. Daniel Minsu Shin. Dana Paula Renteria. Amelia Marie Hauser. Mina Omar Sabri. Hubert Jaggi. Megan Elizabeth McAfee. Hannah B. Leonard. Blake Alexandra McGill. Kennedy Carey Current. Emma Suzanne Vorndron. Alex Madison Allen. Lila Megana Antiacula. Raul Sanchez. Kristen Rose Holliday. And now announcing the graduates in biochemistry. Haya Prasla. Neha Srinivas Yawalkar. Daniela Vianney Trejo. Felicia Dang. Aaron Michael Hugh. Artie J. Madun. Sanjana Vemulapalli Kumar. Jaja Wong. Jessica Sun Richardson. Jiayue Yin. Calvin Fu Win. Brendan Lafleur. Ding Ming Nguyen. Chloe Marie Kiunisala Apurado. Claire Elizabeth Fanning. Elizabeth Mary Waters. Rihanna Celine Pinto. Sophie Heston. Ethan Nicholas Bernstein. Chloe Lila Bash. Catherine Diane Stable. Elena Danielle Donovan. Andrew Pastilla. Anna Lucia Munoz. Alicia Aranguren. Maria Lucia Jerez. Anish Imadi. Anna Havnan. Lisbeth Chavaria. Gabriela de la O. Ilm Maradia. Ethan Creed. Catherine Carolyn Wiley. Ilan Zabeda. Maya Young Belmore. Sophia Alejandra Sahadi. Pearl White Tran.
Studi Grace Mehta.
Anusuya Banjare. Kaylin Tabby Lee. Victoria Ileana Pewetz. Samuel Reed Mendenhall. Akshata Anant Badrayani. Advika Rajesh. Ashi Vishnoi. Sahiti Jasti. Batural Baser. Natalie Susanna Oviat. Lisa K. Perry. Christopher Rock Bogan. Nathaniel Brandt. Neil Yao Tien. Connie Yujong. Paula Venden Hudding. Niels Raphael Louis Levy Thiabeau. Jody Pham. Ashrita Anjali Devuri. Ria N. Manohar. Hannah Lewis Cutright. Abigail Elizabeth Shugru. Eric Z. Lee. Catherine Grace Chen. Victoria N.G. Josh Kai Ren Leong. Minshin Kim. Peter Hasak Kim. Nicholas Adam Long. Nikhil Vinod. Sanika Matre. Rafe Tareen. Tiffany Joe. Emily Madison Huang. Cash Logan Davis. Owen Nicholas Ferriola. Jada Iman, January. Mia Samara Holderness. Arayel Yazdanshanaz. Melanie Celeste Chavez. Nicole Renee Grader. Martha Grace Albritton. Tisha Reddy Vadavala. Catherine Grace Kauser. Jinglung Wilson Sun. Haley V. Goodwin. Maxwell F. Remo. Trinity Nicole Hudgens. Akwawo Ekpu. Amy Sarang Kim. Sharon Hee Won Han. Rena Delp. Jonathan David Krull. Monisha Lakshmi Gopalakrishnan. Keshava Krishna Srinivasan. Hayden Lucas Stiegel. Brandon Damian Galvan. Daniel Islas Becker. Matthew Allen Click. Dorian Lorraine Bailey. Evelyn Arden Danielle Shahan. Joshua Medrano. Melanie Ann Bird. Imad Asif Varani. Evan Yang Xia. Vivian Pan. Miguel Angel Cepeda. Alexandria Pearl Ueletti. Mia Lillian Turnus. Tanvi Gupta. Caitlin Yunla Chukli Lim. Stephanie Minji Kim. Tina Nguyen. Raquel Alyssa Escobedo. Catriona Isabel Canales. Dominic Eric Cervantes. Argental Sate. Anvita Sana. Brian Vu. Alexandria Amina Primich. Bella Hayes Rankin. Georgia Rose Brown. Sadaf Ashley Kaje. Valerie Kirsten Schmidt. Rohan Kura. Raksha Brinda Pradeep. Ava Nicole Long. Xing Cheng. Brenda Tu. Hanmeng Lee. Emily Nguyen. Jordan Rochelle Cheek. Zain Faisal Zaytuni. Maximo Antonio Alvarez. Travis Jermaine Jackson Jr. Marissa Yesenia Martinez. Sharon Song. Oksana Nikolaevna Chingaiva. Samantha Marie Petty. Tracy Yen Nhu Tran. Kelly Yu Ting, who Tyler William Smedley. Francisca Miriam Flaum. Caricia Elise Aguilar. Kritika Singh Bisht. Brinkley Allen Morse. Haya Rami Saidi. Maher Ali Nofal. Dylan Vu Win. Hayherson Gachalian David. Elizabeth Ann Sue. Jewel Lynn Wong. Nathaniel Robert Carlin. Liliana Morelos. Zine Ola Jul Anjoku. Janisa Cormier. Lori Mandy Zhang. Chris Alexander Buiso Acosta.
Isabella Susan Ninen.
Leah Thomas. Maribel Hernandez. Annie Wong. Audrey Nguyen. Thomas Alexander Desereau. Donna Nak-an Lee. Aceda Regina Obobisa. Ayei Christian Obobisa. Madison Haley Ruggiero. Jacob Ryan Brooks. Lucas Herndon Williams. Sarang Mihir Patel. Nikith Pingley. Ananya Varaduaj. Jinpeng Yang. Derek Sun. Sanjana Reddy Punaru. Peter Shushang Sheng.
Joshua Chang.
Margarita Shestereva. Mihir Gupta. Pranavi Garlapati. Avery Lee Pike.
Nadia Lapointe.
Mason Stephen Schlaholt. Kyle James Loudon. Brighton C. Liu. Liam Jake Stegman. Kotomi Abigail Schroeder. Susanna Kim. Daniela Alexis Garcia. Carlos Esteban Vallecillo. Evelyn Guevara. Catherine Setterino. Kwa William Wynn. Ivy Pham Huynh. Aria Le. Justin Riley Cormier. Bridget Violet Esquivel Escamilla. Brianna Monet Jones. Kaylee Ann Black. Kadina Kame Cope. Sojung Lee. Shad Ahmed. Priyanka Warrior. Ayla Saeed. Tanzim Zaid Islam. Tiana Kristen Sosi. Daniel Chea Nipper. Jaden Avery Joseph. Haley Nicole Bond. Elaine Marie Ostendorf. Allison Jia Yi Chen. Ryan Christopher Del Valle. Christina V. Hong. Melody Christy Dan. Urjita Vardhaneni. Lauren Khalees Campbell. Daisy Lee Baum. Morgan Lane Handajo. Mary Elizabeth Lon Hathorn. Nadia Kafil. Hinano Morita. Arnold Tennam Win. Albert Vinfu Win. Sophia Ara Rahim. Rayan Atik Merchant. Wendy Deng. Nicole H. Parrish. Iviana Pearl Douglas. Eric Yuguan Chuan. Brian G. Young Wong. And now announcing the graduates in neuroscience. Syed Muhammad Asas Hussain. Ryan Matthew Posey. Kelsey Rote. Mia Grace Smith. Ellie Nok Win. Akash Kota. Ramendra Sethi. Devika Sunil. Christopher Mason Ehrenseller. Nisarg Viren Shah. Zil Kiran Patak. Adrian Lee. Sayuri Upeka Jayawardena. Derek Wang. Oriana Patricia Pineda. Audrey Anya Patton. Morgan Lee Frentz. Katie Nicole Kiddo. Cassandra Lupita Rocha. Rinka Ko. And Shika Reddy Kondala. Amay Shande. Donald Lee. Kiriel Steffi Manu. Alexandra Catherine Beardsley. Paige Meredith Montgomery. Lucy Willow Metheny. Ava Marie Adams. Stella Anastasia Puckett. Sociana Tillis Christo. Arya Colhe. Sarah Malati Motor. Kevin Andre Arellano. Samuel Lean. J. Eduardo Melendez. Jaslyn Celeste Moya. Uncle Sebastian Zavala Custodio. Yuichiro Mori. Jose Alejandro Cancel. Andrew Luong. Kush Patel. Tammy Esther Oladipo. Justin Francis Pierce. Omotalani Ifoma Shegun. Margaret Allison Thaler, Hallel Jessica Peng, Samarth Pratosh Rao, Amar Asim Sechi, Yasin Ahmed Manzoor, Ellie Ram Kim, Lars Nico Dutz, Samar Ghassan Salman, Harshit Sai Hari, Alexa Riley Cohen, Ave Odza, Isabel Teresa Western, Rebecca Claire Hodnett, Mari Elizabeth Pitts, Colin Jungwoo Jang, Julian Ivan Weaver, Sebastian Lopez, Hannah Marie Martinez, Alexandra Michelle Villarreal, Kobe Gray Callan, Valeria Trevino, Sanjana Pinapala, Marissa Angelina Rummel, Isabella Wei Null, Claire Madeline Chiang, Kayla Quinn Nhu Tran, Emmanuel Jesus Gonzalez, Pahul Kaur Goman, Shannon Christina Coleman, Nitya Nagpal, Vinutna Malampati, Reese Sophia Terry, Liliana Bolivar, Faraz Sohail Chaudhry, Ruba Siddiqui, Maya Sophia Walker, Miranda Jane Smith, Amy Gao, John Michael Halfen Jr., Kyle Edward Shagoda, Lydia Malsom Lin, Aidan Paul Koshan, Trevor Reginald Alwell, Samuel Charles Brotzman, Kimberly Nicole Castillo, Arlen Van Kelly Jr., Rebecca Alejandro, Reese Clayton Jones, Vanessa Sophia Mungia, Dev Sankar Rajagapalan, Abhinav Harihar, Avyay Katre, Aniket Hingnakar, Albert Lo Lin, Antigona Arebola Guerrero, Chris Jumyoung Kim, Ganga Prasant, David Datdoen, Abigail Sega Tesfai, Swecha Aditi Gunta Mukala, Amania Aruj Hayat, Sabuhi Zafar, Khushi Baheti, Ashna Pete, Wiada Nedalyn Pinpin, Ashley Nicole Guillot, Macy Adriana Sloan, Anisha Abaraju, Kushi Mukund Pakta, Nicole Hinkle, Sham Sundar Anand, Kathy Wynn Tran, Melanie Vieira Cortez, Venus Shirazi, Mika Glass, Alma Itzel Perez, Nira Sonia Krishnan, Saumya Swaminathan, Angelina Joyce Young Covey, Primo Maximus Marquez, Dana Elizabeth Navarro, Dikshita Sudararaman, Sarayu Parthasarathi, Sydney Nightingale II, Layla Iman Williams, Sai Geetika Yelagoti, Kylie Lois Zimke, Nicole Chia Helms, Anna Convey No, Ella Grace Toy, Sanya Surjul Shah, Zahra Labiba Haider, Christian Andre Valles, Victoria Ann Villalobos, Ishwar Charan Gopalakrishnan, Aisha Mary Analil, Ivy Shinyi Liang, Ria Ann Jeff, Sarah Lee, Jessica Villarreal, Annette Romo, Lindsay Hopkins Smith, McKenna Pryal, Brittany Quinn Dam, Nicholas James Karasik, Maya Saleh, Madeline Rose Van Hoekelum, Alex P. Tran, Kathy Wanjiko Mongai, Aisha Mridula Habib, Misha Gupta, Michael Monroe Schmidt, Asha Lu Lamba, Elizabeth Esparza, Darren Joshua Lopez, Turia Polisete, Anfal Mohammed, Sarah Alamy, Jacob Hunter Moore, Ohen Kano, Josue Caleb Rubio, Lauren Renee Cheek, Maya Elizabeth Levon, Andrew J. Il Kim, Joseph Lee, Jaime Ramirez Gomez, Lorenzo Matthew Simental, Maria Kulsum Saeed, Rita Shazad, Ariana Marisol Hernandez, Thomas Than Tam Wynn, Seth Mejia. Sham Al-Masalma. Caroline Elizabeth Schmidt. Kushi Anand Thorat. Alija Shreya Koirala. Vanilla Satish. Jia Lin. Derek Mitchell Vargas. Julian Alize Torres. Sahar Mahmood. Drew L. Palmer. Brooklyn Elise Kyle. Jordan Patrick Grubbs. Namita Selam. Marilyn Chinenyi Okoro. Dolapo Joseph Ogunsola. Peace Toluwanimi Oluwadare. Nicholas Abdu Wright. Thomas Vu Lee. Sohani Nimala. Ria Reddy. Ashika Sadhan Bakri. Nicole Marie Valentine Moreno. Madison Schuyler Guida. Shalti L. Inez Beitchion Buckley. Amy Denise Conde Romo. Shams Tahir Umad. Conley Wade Mueller. Caitlin Monserrat Eusebio Garcia. Vibha Mandyam Anaswamy. Megan Marguerite Gidry. Anne Margaret Houghton. Vinayak Mukund Belavadi. Ethan Vishnu Biswas. Eileen Michelle Vela. Joanna Michelle Hernandez. Nidhi Hegde. Mandy Taumi Win. Mimi Trin. Adrian On Tree Win. Justin Yang. Aditi Kalya. Shri Krithi Maduri. Aishi Ranjan. Jordan Calbert. Nawish Sheikh. Jad Zachary Rafai. Ashley Rose Dickens. Samantha Shea Hawthorne. Yamalet Martinez. Mariana Mijangos. Paula Jacqueline Mendoza. Pamela Duarte Abarca. Sri Lysia Andavi Yanduri. Anaga Vidya Tirumalai. Hayden David LeBrock. Brianna Marie Gonzalez. Nora Malin Lee. Sneha Kesavan. Aiden Isabel Cavill. Ketki Ruturaj Jadhav. Kylie Grace Bankston. Tanya Kiana Atravash. Alicia Renee Daly. Jesus Alejandro Jimenez Lopez. Shreya Venkayalapati Krishna. Anna Barbara Diaz. Spirit Martin. McAnthony Odina Kachukwu, Everest. And now announcing the graduates in environmental science. Jacob Xavier Rodriguez. Sana Maria Peak. Bastian Velasquez. Kane Lingshi Yin. Isam Ahmed. Fiona Erin Wurtson. Rosemaran van der Lint. Lara Vanessa Gonzalez. Jingxin Leong. Franco Antonio Alonso. John Franklin Galander. Abby Sullivan. Catherine Reagan Fay. Alex Svatora. Claire Tehran. Sophia Marie Sutherland. Vadika Ravindra Shirdakar. Sophia Elizabeth McKelvey. Helena Lily Afshar. Cynthia J. Guo. Jillian Wynn Lee.
I don't see it. Now I'm reading for marine science.
Megan Kai Doe. Danny Sanabria. Robert Christian Chandler. Rivers Hartzell. Isabella Suter. And now announcing the graduates in biological sciences.
Yeah. Hook 'em. Hey.
Evan Alexander Wiedenhofer.
Yeah. And hook 'em. Yeah.
Christian Monroe Lensman. Isabel Marie da Silva. Liana Grace Villarreal. Kevin Zane Salazar. Sofia Calderon. Christy Ton Pham. Hannah Sophia Sanchez. Angela Helen Steckler. Iman Ghani. Darlene Galias, Shreya Vanava, Hassan Ibrahim Malik, Leon Paul Torzarkisian, Shashank Giant, Maria Anastasia Kipriotakis, Arian Troyan, Mohammad Hazem Morsi, Andrea Enriquez, Fatima Alvidrez Ramirez, Anjali Mandala, Ana Patricia Arguello, Melissa Train, Usha Sidiqui, Evelyn Bustos Huerta, Kyoka Natasha Melton, Emily Ann Bertner, Hita Devolapali, Paisley Marie Griffith, Sarthak Tumati Reddy, Pranit Yadav, Jung Chia Sen, Stephen Doan, Anna Adele Clerkin, Alexis Sophie Rom, Cameron Kabechka, Francisco Emmanuel Ocampo, Lily Wynn, Tyler Martinez, Rogan Cannon, Carter Matthew Bianchin, Batuhan Becer, Ryan Elizabeth Dobbs, Darylyn Eve Blumenfeld, Kaylee Melinda Bergdorf, Libby McTaggart, Valeria Ramirez, Sylvia Lizette Tanguma, Alia Galzada, Diego Cruz Arguelles, Anya Nicole Willie, Lamia Nabil Sayam, Elena Cassandra Lee,
Aaliyah Desiree Garcia.
Ariana Shadi Baradaran, Walter Huang Pham, Olivia Stike, Laurel Hager Samsel, Manish Venkata Kaku, Joseph Albert Aldrich, Grant Stephen Abel,
Ricky Wang.
Raymond Chen Sun, Faith Noel Daniels, Melody Sarah Sedji, Isabella Erica Zeballos, Ethan Park, Hector Dean Garcia, Iana Rebecca Carter, Alana Chriselle Beard, Lucy Jean Pitcher, Samantha Bounds. Samuel Carson Brasher. Catherine Julia Whitehurst. Lana Renee Sherry. Krisha Chowdhury. Brianna Yvette Hernandez. Nevin Herrera. Ebony Vianney Ramirez. Madison Cheyenne Montoya. Logan Grace Miracle. Tina Young Pham. Nathan Eric Palmer. Alan Gomez Espinosa. Santiago Guerrero Reyes. Emmanuel David Viramontes. Juana Barba. Zachary Michael Courageous. Angelina Tien Huang Lee. Maya Cristina Asuncion. Vamsi Krishna Mandava. Aditya Prasad. Anthony Frank Kandari. Young In Kim. Matthew Thomas Bowman. Peyton Michael Miller. Madison Marie Frankie. Yasmin Gil Figueroa. Angel Rosas Alvarado. Sophia Hashmi. Eliana Naomi Salazar. Janessa Joanne Compati. Xander Inventor Santos. Lola Behan. Graciela Claire Conlon. Annika Agni Hotri. Suchi Puja Bhakta. Ira Kondup. Sasha Saroj Mohan. Alison Faith Wellebaub. Megan Elizabeth Nordling. Brianna Sky Campbell. Vincent Tran. Isis Amy Garcia. Gregory Breton Olvera Aguilar. Avinash Saripali. Jenny Che Yoon On. Jose Francisco Moreno. Vivian. Brianna Kaylee Solis. Noah Nizam Mea. Allison Lee Little. Hannah Grace Castillo. Eva Elizabeth Buck. Ashley Aurora Ramirez. Riddhi Beda. Samanvita Nukala. Monica Tiruvaipati. Rohit Anish Kandi. Ansh Daval Parekh. Bilal Odin. Faras Ahmed Abbasi. Vaidehi Hitesh Kumar Patel. Meera Patel. Madison Elizabeth Stork. Stephanie Nicole Cavazos. Favor Umeakwana. Yesenia Salinas. Jesli Alexa Rivas. Benjamin Casal. Khalid Zied Al Najjar. Aiden Grace Nyman. Helen Wang Ding. Elizabeth Lee Epright. Tanishka Nitin Harat. Lori Stacy Alvarez. Devanshi Hay Bakshi. Lila Lam DeGrand. Jacqueline Patricia Scott. Sakshi Shujit Shilpa Bolar. Priya Bisht. Nicholas Hayden DiGregorio. Emma Ayla Samai. Lorraine Marcella Fontenot. Sabrina Isabel Reyes. Samuel Alexander Weiss. William John Phelps. Megona Ramesh Dwarakanath. Alexis Bella Resendez. Brian de Guzman Matebag. Sierra Alisa Ibarra. Nicole Esenwoon. Samuel Ugochukwu Chukwuneke. Kayla Marie Rivera. Stavia Rosa Peri Padilla. Sarah T. Vu. Panita Kamhang. Caitlin Cheng. Caitlin Sheena Mi Oishi. Sri Lakshmi Palanikumar. Roshni Subramani. Rebecca Ramirez. Vinu George Cherayil. Kanisha Vora. Krisa Javeri. Megan Aitan Lee. Kaylee Elizabeth Gillis. Alexis Marianne Lee. Jonathan LaQuinn Limbrick. Ricardo Vicente Ramirez. Jennifer Lou Torres. Kayla Yvette Perez. Aaron Joseph Vallejo. Michaela Michelle Gallardo. Kyle Kaiwa Lee. Eric Sanchez. Daniel Michael Golly. Anya Chatterjee. Ashwarya Satish Kumar. Chandrima Nadam. Sharon Hope Cervantes. Andrew Joseph Emeruso. Carter Joseph Hooten. Walker Ashworth Cunningham. Chandler Lee Eby. Jade Isabella Sider. Emily Martin. Elizabeth Nora Strickland. Allison Ainger. Jessica Arisbeth Urias Queiroz. Ella Louise Hollinsworth. Christopher Evan Ehlers. Madeline Collins. Maya Shoshana Lane. Dalia Quesada. Connor Stedman Bryant. Emma Claire Cox. Lauren Elizabeth Matouche. Katya Dominique Hernandez. Sarah Kinney. Alize Shazad. Athens Paige Alec. Amelia Ayan Engstrom. Caitlin Eliza Sanchez. Daniel Alas. Kimberly Jasmine Yanez. Taylor Renee Morgan. Bennett Ogona Iegbu. Ashley Paige Schluter. Addison Roy Jetter. Oliver Fox Mendez. Jaden Renee Cortez. Siona Manocha. Victoria Rose Betson. Brian Garduno. Sydney Mercedes Tarango. Jennifer Miranda. Pranav Reddy Kukuntla. Banu Sharma. Shabib Ghazi Bahar. Paige Elise Enright. Jordan Christine Flores. Claire Kidd. Kobe Isabella Hernandez. Haley Nicole Bush. Marina Aime Carlos. Nicholas Bastia. Jaden Daniel Navarro. Isaac Rohan Panir Selvam. Abigail Grace Coyle. Ariana Elizabeth Lax. Christina Adriana Adams. Mia Nicole Sanchez. Jason Wynn Pham. Jillian M. Knowles. Montserrat Lopez. Lisbeth Xiomara Amaya. Bianca Edith Castilleja. Irlanda Salazar Vasquez. Mona Abdul Mohit. Megan Frances Bone. Brittany Nicole Allenbaugh. Elliot Declan Fort Kraus. Cynthia F. Mendoza Pimentel. Christopher David Mejia Gutierrez. Christine Nok Ho. Akriti Singla. Omrita Lakshmi Punwasi. Danny M. Wynn. Chloe Carberry Vitier. Roberto Bernardino Osio. Chelsea Lee Gorman. Anna Maria Deaton. Belle Bijou Dupre. Ellie Cisneros. Cassandra Janine Nunez. Katie Soyoung Yang. Aslyn Mist Walker. Brody Thomas Tim. Ethan Corsandi. Linda Rose Torres. Chao Ing Ung. Kelly Nguyen. Chin Xu. Jun Sui. Arlene Paula Molina. Darian Taylor Hernandez. Ryan Michael Walters. Rohan Radi Gudapali. Nathaniel Irving Duhan. Caitlin Nicole Contreras. Emily Shea Sullivan. Phoebe Love Bass Flute. Rohan Sharma. Vamshi Pothareddy. Yash Maheshwaran. Maya Sebastian. Lisa Rajesh Patel. Alicia Patel. Ian Anthony Alanis. Marissa Amelia Engert. Macy Samantha Taylor. Samuel Ringel. Kayla Hamer. Sydney Weiss. Eli Max Alspine. Madeline Claire Monas. Avayan Godsi Jafari. Gabriela Nicole Salazar. Andre Viet Ngoc Tran. Viviana Vaquera Chavez. Hillary Montserrat Ovalle. Lasha Jane Johnson. Maria Daniela Noonan. Catherine Grace Lewis. Sami Ahmed Kamal. Kayla Elizabeth Kang. Dante Deanda. Kasiesna Janice Torres Grado. Pilar Conchita Filipina Tanwatko. Sandani Hirunima Kotegoda. Elena Megan Marshall. Sierra Grace Barnett. Marco Thomas Keller. Erica Beatriz Yeguez. Victoria Nicole Rivera. Ayana Chandrea Buchanan. Maya Pham. Jessica Suzanne San Juan Diaz. Carmen Grace Edwards. Lara Gabriela Perez. Carlos Alejandro Paz. Adele Juliet Fernandez. Sarah Barbara Clerkin. Kyle Jesse Moxley. Gabriela Sobrevilla. Jesus Guadalupe Arreola. Manuela Marin Acevedo. Lisbeth Torres. Jonathan Michael Kirkpatrick. Nafisa Yusufali. Marcy Queen Lee. Yu Min Lei. Alexandria Angeles Alonso. Ashley Marie Rivera. Rebecca Renee Devalcourt. Lanning McLean Welsh. Dan Alexandra Tatulescu. Kevin Jiaming Lee. Anam Iqbal Badat. McKinley Day Bryson. Bryn Kalea Abadejos Tremaine. Christina Towney Huang. Kylie Savannah Braun. Cameron Mackenzie Runnels. Emma Elizabeth Sturman. Anjoli Dos. Adrini Anahit Bartanyan. Adam Franco. Akash Angarekola. Satish Banjara. Isabella Douglas. Elizabeth Pamela Bean. Gerald Sebastian Molina. Katerina Zoe Giacomides. Mason Michael Klein. Ishan Saharoy. Charlotte J. Nauert. Isabella Rose Ranta. Henrietta Rose Rasmussen. Audrey E. Thacker. Anjoli Mary Seeby. Rebecca Shirley Varghese. Krista Susan George. Erin Lopez Lin. Alicia Michelle Worthen. Kyla Jawi Ko. Rebecca Page Thomas. Aniket Valenki. Emma Cecilia Guerrero. Ruhani Kaur Dillon. Leon Lim. Edward Nicholas Chi. Suman Shetty. Landon John Stevenson. Kimberly Elizabeth Lanas Valadares. Jillian Ray Bryant. Ria Momin. Pooja Nair Cormac. Andalyn Lee Burchett. Catherine Xuan Chow Hong. Angelica Odanakachi Paul Yugwibe. Joey Leonardo Reyes. Kivia Elizabeth Stubbs. Devony Joe Rodriguez. Chidozi Joe Martins Abwachi. Andrew Thomas Kungle. Kenneth Lorenzo Tandock Revilla. Sujit Vankaneni. Joshua Ami Olivares. Marina Lisbeth Ramos. Shanna Melissa Teague. Julie Nicole Serna. Lizette de la Fuente. Sushma Anil Dadlani. Abhirami Sachitanandam. Ashish Sharma. Daniel Shaoli Xiong. Cindy Hu. Chandi Vijay Mulchand. John Jun Jang. Adilani Garcia. Hayden Riley Christian. Sana Ali. Isabella Maria Shula. Kuldeep Singh Chima. Julia Maihua Pezzo. Karen Elizabeth Van Vallen. Andres Gonzalez Ahumada. Lizette Cruz Gorostieta. Carla Patricia Alvarado. Kulsum Ali. Kenneth Brandon Cleffish. Jody Quinn Chow Win. Rain Stephanie Hitomo Evangelista. Teresa Carla Saloon. Catherine Victoria Cavazos. Catherine May Ballard. Felicia Marie Perez. Mia Solana Zuniga. Lauren Chaffin. Claire Amy Staniland. Branton Lee Huffman. Sarah Grace Winier. Reagan Lane Cohen. Emily Grace Payne. Sofia Isabella Picucci. Kylie Scott Yardis. Emma Catherine David. London Chase Tajani. Jasmine Coe. Aishi Betil Chatak. Timur Ahmed Chowdhury. Anne Yafei Hampton. Amy Tam Pham. Ilyana Brianna Joe. Jasmine Jengwin Yuan. Rachel Simone Merle Darun. Tuk Uyun Vo. Charisma Lizette Abundis. Natalia Elizabeth Montes. Chloe Elena Crum. Ethan Sebastian Schummer. Annie Chen. Mahida Siri Valaga. Stefan Bowie. Clarissa Castillo. Vikas Satya Tulipala. Madison Catherine Strange. Abigail Faith Kane. Anuj Singhal. Jimena Guadalupe Frausto Reyes. Zinnia Adeli Alvarado. Elizabeth M. Doherty. Lane Torres Smith. Michelle C. Rachel N. Jung. Andrew Lee. Seth Curtis Ensley. Bethany Rachel Copland. Shvali Mikalineni. Divya Sambat Kumar. Safia Sultana Hyder. Morgan McCulloch. Ritvik Kakumani. Aryan Paul. Michelle Chung. Alpin Tan Gunduz. Yasmin Luna. Sofia Maribel Bautista. Laurel Ray Macha. McKenna Brianne Dancer. Quinn Meredith Palladino. Jaden Camille Walker. Adrian Simone Laihu. Anis Safidi. Abigail Claire Jones. Ash Romero. Brandon Dang. Emmy Vu. Luis Antonio Aguirre. Adrian G. Anthony. Jennifer Bejar. Ivy Win Pham. Lungning Lo. Armida Andampur. Laura J. Carter. Henry Bowman. Zachary Tate Barker. Sophia Christina Forrest. Jessica Nicole Miller. Olivia Garcia Gendron. Lily Garcia Gendron. Ella Jean Farr. Kesa Marie Kerr. Cameron Neal Miles. Tristan Raymond Abweg. Alyssa Brooke Ligon. Yunso Choi. Avani Patel. Haley Faith Griffith. Michelle Truong Pham. Leanna Doan. Scott Friedewald. Annabelle Elizabeth Langen. Giancarlo S. Picasso. Lauren Elizabeth Hard. Catalina Elizabeth Colling. Patrick Ryan Povictor. Salvador Gloria Moreno. Tiffany Vu Dang. Alexander James Holloway. Aiden Gonzalez. Pune Rahimi. Victor Lamon Pedraza. Frankie Xiaoyun Zalasco. Lauren Isabella Carrillo. Enrique Chavez. J.D. Vera. Hannah Caitlin Palacios. Emma Stallings. Sabrina Rinaldi. Mary Abigail Shea. Han Bao Lee. Jess Ngo. Pooja Yagnesh Patel. Ethan Hong Vu. Theodora Urquhart. Isabella Grace Inwit Pritchard. Sarah Arlene Aber. Emily Ta. Samuel Teeple. Matthew George Abraham. Gia Sarate. Hannah Liu. Priscilla Elizabeth Baum. Emily Tran. Nancy Maria Velasquez. Reagan Francis Davenport. Mohita Rapaka. Sandy Tangwan Win. Gautam Shekhar Gamande. Madeline Page Harlow. Victoria Carol Isaacs. Olivia Raquel Soto. Michael Isaiah Uribe. Dustin Nabil Nurdel. Natali Nasrawi. Sweta Srinivasan. Kareem Amjad Ladak. Siri Yamini. Dhruv Agarwal. Angie Michelle Ortiz. Rachel Lee. Zhang Yun Yi. Hani Yong. Jennifer Tien Feng Win. Aria Hope Welch. Ava Renee Farfan. Jaden Alyssa Rendon. Alicia Jade Mendez. Chinwendu Mokasalochukwu Ozumba. Catherine Yeager. Sophia Lorette Cadena. Juliana Brooke Strickland. Seth Khan. Maximiliano Rodriguez Galicia. Julian Alfredo Garcia. Sally Noel Lynn. Ariana Fa. Zoe El Zayadi. Anshu Dandu. Anushka S. Haldankar. Justin Wade Betancourt. Jayaditya Maganti. Vishwajit Satyajit Rao. Robinson Grossman Din. Bahira Mariam Akbar. Iman Saif Khan. Lydia Cecilia Lopez. Vibhav Iyengar. Diego Anthony Guajardo. Jad Hassoun. Daniela Perez. Ethne Jade Alvarez. Tiffany Han Tran. Yoseline Garcia. Noor El Hage Hassan. Fariha Ahmed. William Tyler Sinakori. Asib Siddiqui. Lina Win. Dylan Huangya Pham. Divya Namagiri Giridhar. Hiba Faisal Dadaboy. Kim Nak Luong. Fei Fei Cao. Brendan Young Lee. Mason Theodore Yang. Raymond Chen Sun. Oscar Sebastian Garza Topete. Sori Shane Walker. Helen Su Ying Lu. Melody Joyce Huang. Cameron Connor Laurie. Ryan Arib Akhtar. Samantha Nicole Fernandez. Jimena Guadalupe Cruz. Sophie Paula Sharp. Alexander Eduardo Guerra. Gabrielle Marie Maximus. Emily Michaela Wilsheets. Celeste Maria Rodriguez. Annalie Yu. Diego Andres Gonzalez. Jason Jimin Choi. Arissa Virginia Elizondo. Annie Rong Fu. Georgia Yon Decker. Kennedy Elaine Trevino. Philip Pham Nguyen. Fawad Tawil. Lena Abdel Nasser Amouri. Anna Karen Pena. Sarah Wynn. Johan Chang. Win Win. Sunny Lee. Kristen Dayan Kim. Emily Han. Alejandra Selvana Perez Meza. Jocelyn Gonzalez. Diana Ray Chapa. Jonathan Edward Coiro. Neha Dontaneni. Katie Grace Chong. Megan Nicole Corpus. Renee Sundang Dikolan. Natalie Shan Xuan Wang. Dat Hui Lei. Maya Isabel Beauvoir Reategui. Saul Mondragon Delgadillo. Rebecca J. De Leon. Donna Maria Hoya. Kevin Yu. Peter Xiaozhang. Joseph Michael Garza. Yochina Mark Gundy.
Himonti Nagasa Marella.
Dylan Edward Waite. Nansiba Ainain Siddiq. Jennifer Bernal. Sashi Podell. Avika Sanjana Rahim. Hermione Chanel Kennedy. Ni Yen Win. Bella May Zhang. Danielle Ryan Torres Rivera. Kyle Matthew Porter. Ailey Liu. Alice Liu. Skylar Desham Holiday. Annika Peyton Jolly. Andrew Roberts Eastland. Hannah Catherine Hunter.
Aya Belai.
Aurora Bella Thuray.
This concludes the presentation of the candidates for degrees in the College of Natural Sciences. Dean Matashek, these are your graduates.
Congratulations again, graduates. And let me be the first to welcome you to our alumni community. So at 7 p.m. tonight, the university will host its 142nd spring commencement ceremony. So that's a big event for all of us, you and your families and us. It's full of pomp and circumstance, and it has fireworks and drones, and it's super fun. Now, there is a point in the program where I have the honor of presenting you to the president and certifying that you've completed the coursework for your degrees and so on. And the tradition is for you to make an enormous amount of noise. So plan to really cheer and shake the stadium for our college. Right? So it's really important, probably the most important thing today. So as we prepare for the recessional, a word to our guests. So you will be exiting the Moody Center via the east gate, so it's the opposite of side from where you came in. And you can meet the graduates outside at the East Plaza. This is on the I-35 side. Avoid the West Plaza where you came, because that's where the guests for the next ceremony will be. So graduates, you will recess beginning with the last rows, exiting first. You'll be led by the marshals, and then you'll go out the same way that you came in, basically. You'll be able to meet your families and friends and guests on the East Plaza. As I said, avoid the West Plaza. So, and now, following the time-honored tradition, you may move your tassel from the right to the left in recognition. We are proud to be your alma mater, and we look forward to hearing from you about how you're changing the world. Be sure to stay in touch, and wherever you go, wear burnt orange. It goes with basically everything. So, congratulations to you all, and this concludes the College of Natural Sciences graduation ceremony.